Hello and welcome to another edition of HS Game Time Live. I'm Kyle Glazer alongside Eric Paul Johnson. Eric and I are going to be talking about the Inland Division football playoff bracket. Eric, not a lot of surprises in the first round. Pretty much everyone we expected to win won. Take us through the second round and what you see.
Yeah, like you said, I think all of the home teams, I believe, came out victorious as we kind of expected. Those top 8 teams out there, and I think we're getting 4 great quarterfinal matchups. You know, you're starting with Redlands, East Valley, and Elsinore. I think this will be a closer game than most people expect. Elsinore can control the clock with their running game. So that's going to be a matchup of Elsinore's, running game versus Rev's pretty stout defense there. I do like Rev in this one to take care of business there. I think the big game everyone's looking forward to is the rematch of the Verde schools of Rancho Verde and Citrus Hill. Rancho Verde pulled out a small victory last time. I like Citrus Hill in the rematch right now. I think they're playing extremely good football right now, and I imagine right now that they're in good playoff mode. They tend to win these big games in the playoffs.
Absolutely. I was at that first game, and Citrus Hill really hung with Rancho Verde. I'm also picking Citrus Hill this time around. You know, it's interesting. I think there's 2 games in the Inland Division that should be, fairly, not, I don't want to say easy, but straightforward wins. Rev over Elsinore, Heritage over Carter. I think those 2 are set. The other 2, though, Citrus Hill, Rancho Verde, Poly, San Gorgonio, you have 2 really good teams, 2 teams with playoff experience, 2 teams with talent all over the field. I'm picking Citrus Hill and Poly, but I can see Rancho Verde and San G winning. Neither would be an upset.
Yeah, definitely. You look at that Poly versus San Gorgonio matchup, and that's going to be just, a phenomenal matchup between a lot of, great players out there. We're expecting Nathan Metters to play quarterback, but also to play defensive back and be shadowing Wakili Ross all over the field. So that's going to be a real good matchup. Can Poly's defense, their great linebacking trio, contain Nathan Metters? That will be the big question there. On the other side, I'm actually going to pick Carter to beat Heritage right now.
Okay.
I think right now they have some good wins. I think, they've kind of bounced back from that pretty bad loss to Rev, but we've seen them play extremely well this year. The, shellacking Chaparral, they can put up good games, and I like their defense right now, led by Lokani Tuaola, to kind of shut down, Heritage's offense right now. I think it'll be a close game, but I'm going to pick Carter in a mild upset there.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But there's no question. I think the Inland Division, all the teams we wanted to see, are here. These are the 8 best teams in the division, and really have been, I think, all year. So it's what you want when you get to the quarterfinals. All right, well, that'll do it for our Inland Division playoff preview. I'm Kyle Glazer alongside Eric Paul Johnson. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.